Yeah, look, can I just put it on the record, please? I do not want West Australians to die. I never thought I would have to say that, but here we find ourselves. I took to Twitter, I said that I'm upset at having to potentially miss my sister's wedding, and I received hundreds of messages of people telling me, how dare you, how selfish, you want to kill us all. My favourite response was, at least you won't be missing out on her funeral. A couple lessons here. Twitter is a cesspit, but also it's extremely clear to me that people in Western Australia are terrified. They're frightened, unjustifiably so. And, I mean, who can blame them? We saw on Thursday night a Premier come out who's normally very measured with messaging to support this backflip completely based on fear. For weeks he was telling us it's a safe transition, it's safe because we're vaccinated, it's safe because we have public health measures in place, and then all of a sudden it's a catastrophe, is what he said. We can't open, it's not safe. And the facts that he used to justify it were incorrect. He told people that 2 shots of Pfizer only gives you 4% protection against Omicron. That's just wrong. It's 33%, and that's not the goalpost anyway. We're looking for protection against hospitalisation, and we know that 2 shots of Pfizer gives you 70% protection from that. So wait a couple months. Wait 6 months. Some people might have a little more protection, but you know who's going to have less protection? The vulnerable, the immunocompromised, who are just freshly boosted now, and the time to open to protect them was now.
Jerry, a lot of this is fear of the unknown. You spent time in Perth and over in the States, which are the 2 extremes of COVID over this entire pandemic. Where do we go from here? How does WA come out of this? Because eventually we all know that that border will come down and you'll be able to get home, people will be able to see their grandkids, their loved ones. If not now, when?
Look, I wouldn't advocate that anyone follows a strategy that America has, but we've taken our safety into our own hands over here. You know, we follow all of the rules essentially as what Western Australia would have been implying. When they open, we wear masks, we keep our distance. If the numbers are rising, we stay away from people, and that was the safe plan that we had in place. Like, you can't ask for much more than that. He was using a lot of really inflammatory language too, saying that there are 5,000 new hospitalisations over East every day. We know that's not true. It's roughly 5,000 all up, and he can't keep comparing us to over East. You know, WA is not comparable to New South Wales and Victoria. We don't have the population density. A better comparison would be somewhere like South Australia, where there's less than 300 in hospital, I think 33 in ICU. Those numbers should be manageable, according to Mark McGowan, who says the hospital system is strong and ready. But if it's strong and ready, why do we have the lowest number of ICU beds per capita in the country? Why do we have record ramping? It seems to me that the hospitals just aren't, and that might be the crux of the problem. So why come out and announce a Feb 5 date opening at all when it was always clear that we just weren't ready? It's causing distress for thousands of West Australians who've been waiting for 2 years to get home, some with loved ones who are ill and dying. It's not fair. We deserve a plan, and we deserve better than this.
Jez, as you said, it's been a tough few days for West Australians everywhere. You with the family, obviously there's mums and dads and husbands and wives and grandkids and grandparents. It's really hard, and it's going to be a hard few weeks, but we really appreciate coming on this morning, and we hope you look after yourself over there.